Often we wish to group data according to certain characteristics that the data shares amongst each other. So in this case, we have contact names of people in their countries. Notice we have 2 people from Belgium, 3 from Argentina, and then a bunch of Brazilians, and so on and so forth. So Sql has an operation called Group By, I can say. I'm going to replace the order by with a Group By. So Group By country, basically what that does is puts these 3 people in one group, and these 2 in a group, and these 2 in a group, and these, however many there are in a group, and basically separates them into what you could probably call a bag. And going back, if you remember, we have those bag functions, or aggregate functions as I call them, which take several values and return one value. Okay, so now that I have bags, I can do those aggregate functions on them. I can count, and I can find the max of them in, that kind of stuff. So going back here, the group by returns 1 row per group. So there'll be 1 row returned for Argentina, and 1 row for Austria, and 1 row for Belgium, and so on and so forth. So if I try to select contact name, country from customer, well, notice that the contact name here, the country is going to be easy, because it bases each group off the country. So because I'm grouping by country. So here you can think of for each row, group by is going to return 1 row, or for each group it's going to return 1 row. So we'll put not that tool. Let's use our pencil. Okay, so forgive my poor handwriting, but Argentina, we'll put a row for Argentina, and it looks like the next one's going to be Austria. So we'll put Austria. Oh, that's terrible. I'm not good with this. And then Belgium and so forth. Okay, and so when I say select contact name, well, which contact name should Sql put in this cell? For Argentina, there's 3. And so it's 3. I guess I could cram all 3 of these into one cell, but and then same problem with Austria. There's 2, and not as cramped as Argentina, but and then Belgium, there's 2 as well. And who do we put here? In Brazil, there's going to be a whole bunch if I had a row for Brazil. So group by, when I say select a column that's going to have multiple values for that group, I get an error here. It says column customers.contact name is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by clause, so aggregate function, like I just mentioned. So let's do something a little more useful here. Let's select country, and then remember I have several rows for each country. Let's count the number of elements in each row. Run that, and we see 3 people from Argentina, 2 from Austria, 2 from Belgium. There's 9 Brazilians, so on and so forth. Okay. If I really wanted to use contact name in some way, I could count the contact names. As long as the contact names aren't null, then they'll be counted, but that doesn't really change the result much. But what if I did the max contact name? Again, that does a lexicographical compare, or long way of saying alphabetical compare. So that'll find the person with the the highest letter value in each country. So looks like Yvonne was the highest in Argentina. If I change it to min, notice that will go closer to the A's, or the beginning of the alphabet here, P, so G and C. Anyway, so in that way I'm taking, again, I have several contact names, but I take all those contact names, throw them into an aggregate function, and the aggregate function returns 1 value. Thus it becomes legal to use contact name here, because going here, when I say min contact name, well, the min contact name for Argentina is Patricio. Anyway, so that's group by in a nutshell. Basically, group all by some common element, in this case country. A lot of people share the same country. And then if I want to do some aggregate function, which I usually would, then I would throw it out here and do some operation on all the values in each group. Notice if I simply group by the country, that's kind of lame, but it's the same as doing distinct. I have a bunch of countries grouped here, and Portugal has a bunch of common elements among it, but again, I only get 1 row per group, so it's like doing distinct. But please don't use group by to do a distinct.